Chapter 2 of The Deeper Christian Life by Andrew Murray. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Phil Snyder. Chapter 2, Privilege and Experience. And he said unto him, Son, thou art ever with me, and all that I have is thine. Luke 15:31. The words of the text are familiar to us all. The elder son had complained and said that though his father had made a feast and had killed the fatted calf for the prodigal son, he had never given him even a kid that he might make merry with his friends. The answer of the father was, Son, thou art ever with me, and all that I have is thine. One cannot have a more wonderful revelation of the heart of our Father in heaven than this points out to us. We often speak of the wonderful revelation of the Father's heart and his welcome to the prodigal son and in what he did for him. But here we have a revelation of the Father's love far more wonderful in what he says to the elder son. If we are to experience a deepening of spiritual life, we want to discover clearly what is the spiritual life that God would have us live, on the one hand, and on the other, to ask whether we are living that life, or if not, what hinders us from living it out fully. The subject naturally divides itself into these three heads. 1. The high privilege of every child of God. 2. The low experience of too many of us believers. 3. The cause of the discrepancy. And lastly, the way to the restoration of the privilege. 1. The high privilege of the children of God. We have here two things describing the privilege. First, Son, thou art ever with me. Unbroken fellowship with thy Father is thy portion. Second, all that I have is thine. All that God can bestow upon his children is theirs. Thou art ever with me. I am always near thee. Thou canst dwell every hour of thy life in my presence, and all I have is for thee. I am a father with a loving father's heart. I will withhold no good thing from thee. In these promises, we have the rich privilege of God's heritage. We have, in the first place,